Hello and welcome to another video on Asia Now. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'll tell you about some alleged Chinese gang members being arrested in the Philippines, Korean nationals getting into a shootout with Filipino police, resulting in one passing away, April Fool's prank man with a tattoo on his forehead gets redemption finally, and much more. Let's start off with some exchange rate and the weather. Right now, 1 USD is equal to 56.445, so slightly a higher exchange rate than yesterday. And the weather is so scorching, many places around the Philippines calling for cancellations of face-to-face classes. Let's jump into our main story about some alleged Chinese gang members, the leaders of them. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Here's the story. 4 Chinese nationals, 1 gang leader, and 3 of his men were arrested in the Philippines for carrying fake IDs. Now here's the thing, the IDs were authentic and real, however the people were not Filipino, and the Bureau of Immigration has gotten a hold of them and arrested them. They were arrested during Holy Week in the Barangay San Pedro in Puerto Princesa. They had with them several issued IDs such as driver's licenses, postal IDs, and birth certificates. Liu, who's the alias for Ken Garcia Lee, allegedly heads a local syndicate providing the documents to undesirable aliens and trafficking victims. Essentially, what these Chinese men have been doing is posing as real Filipinos, which allows them to buy property and do all kinds of illegal activity to the point of even affecting politics. So leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this particular story. Next, we have a shootout with Korean nationals and the Filipino police. Korean national who allegedly robbed fellow Korean dies in a shootout with the police, and 2 others are arrested. A Korean national died while his 2 other companions were arrested following a shootout with the police, who responded to a robbery for another Korean national inside the Maria Luisa subdivision around 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The deceased was identified as Sun Young Choi, 47, from South Korea, while those who fell to the authorities were Young Hee Kim, 45, and Jun Yi Kim, 49. The suspects barged into the house of 43-year-old businesswoman from Korea who was with her 2 Filipino housemates. This happened in Cebu, so the Mabolo police responded and ordered the suspect to quickly surrender, but the latter opened fire, which led to a shootout that injured the police staff sergeant and killed one of the suspects. The wounded cop was rushed to a local hospital, which he's said to be in critical condition for suffering multiple gunshot wounds. The police recovered 200,000 peso cash and over 25 million pesos worth of jewelry. This is still a developing story, and I'll keep you guys posted when I hear some more news. Speaking of developing stories, yesterday I covered a story about a Filipino man who got a business name tattooed on his forehead in hopes of winning 100,000 pesos in a competition, which then the business announced that it was all an April Fool's joke. They refused to pay the guy the money and made some very controversial comments about having reading comprehension and don't believe everybody online, all this. But amidst heavy backlash from social media users, Filipinos came together and supported this man who got so much more money than the 100,000. And so anyways, long story short, the man has now been given the 100,000 by the business owner. I think he realized his mistake to not have the whole Philippines against him. So he's given the 100,000 pesos to the man who has the business name tattooed on his forehead. Next up in Taiwan, a massive earthquake. Latest I've heard is 4 people have passed away and 1 missing right now. A powerful earthquake rocked the entire island of Taiwan early Wednesday, collapsing buildings in southern city and creating tsunami that washed ashore on southern Japanese islands. There was a tsunami warning issued in the Philippines coastal areas fronting the Pacific Ocean after a magnitude 7.5 earthquake struck Taiwan. However, that's been removed now. The tsunami warning no longer is in place. My prayers go out to those people affected by that earthquake. And that's the thing about these beautiful places, Taiwan, Philippines, Thailand, not so much, but all these areas where Japan, of course, earthquakes and tsunamis are a common thing when tectonic plates are shifting and earthquakes are happening. It's a wonderful place to live, but sometimes you're reminded how fragile we are as human beings. And life is short, so I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but just to be aware that things like this happen, unfortunately, and to enjoy every single day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I don't want to transition into that. It's kind of weird, but that is the end of our stories today. I'm trying to think about anything else to talk about. There was a Russian tourist in Thailand that basically got caught on CCTV camera, pretending to pay the bill, but never actually paid it. And then he made this whole fuss. Eventually, the store owner went ahead and checked the CCTV cameras. And then, yeah, the Russian tourist had no way of lying about that. So they forced the guy to stand in front of the building in the restaurant, issue an apology, and pay the bill. So Yeah, a lot of misbehaving foreigners and tourists in this video. I don't want to always make it negative, but these are the top stories from around the Philippines and neighboring countries. If you enjoyed it or are new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully I can bring more of these videos to you guys. Keeps me encouraged and motivated to talk to you guys on a daily basis. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.